Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing a video where I talk about different types of workout leggings, sort of comparing them and talking about the differences. I find it really hard to find the perfect pair of gym leggings or workout leggings, and I still haven't found them. So if you have any recommendations after watching this video, please let me know in the comments below because the search is endless. Really quick bit about what I do to put it into context. I train in musical theatre, so for me I really want leggings that I can dance in, move in, work out in, go to the gym in, do bodycon classes in, dance in commercial. So I really need to be able to move in them and be comfortable in them and feel like they look good. And if I don't feel like I look good and if I'm not comfortable in what I'm wearing, I'm probably not going to perform as well as if I feel like, yeah, these leggings are sick and I look great and I'm going to dance a lot. Wow, I'm a dork, aren't I? A complete loser. Okay, let's get going. The first ones I'm going to talk about are from Nike, and these are a pair that I have about 3 or 4 of, and I've had for years. You can tell if you look at the little tick that it's worn off a little bit. I'm pretty sure I've had these for about 4 or 5 years, something ridiculous like that. I don't even know what they are, I've had them so long, but they're called Dry Fit and I have these in a small. And I think they're sort of bog standard legging. They are kind of high-waisted, but not really. They sit sort of an inch or so below the belly button, which annoys me. The main thing that I want in workout leggings is for them to be high-waisted, because I have that kind of body shape where like I have a small waist and a big bum, so the higher waisted things are, the better they look and the less likely they are to fall down. These are really stretchy, so you can see they stretch a lot, and these are probably the kind of material that most people have felt in gym leggings. I know that sounds like a really weird thing to say. I'm not massively into fashion, so I don't know a huge amount about materials, so I'm just going to talk about them in a bit of a roundabout kind of way, and I'm sorry if that doesn't really help. They'll have on the website what the ingredients, it's not food, what they're made of basically will be listed on the website, so I'll link all of the leggings down below if I can find them online. These are stretchy, very comfortable. I don't feel like they're very see-through. I've been to the gym in these countless times, I've done loads of classes in these, and I don't feel like I've ever really been like, oh my gosh, my underwear's on show. They're not as thick as some, but they are, I mean, I guess if you do that, they look kind of see-through. But it's not something I've ever noticed as an issue. They have 2 seams at the side, so you end up with like a little side panel that you can't really see that much because they're black. At the back, some leggings will have like a V shape in like above the butt, which I really like because it makes your bum look like nice and high and lifted. These don't. These have a straight line across the back. They last a long time, and I think these were like 35 to 45 kind of price. So for leggings, workout leggings, that's not really that much. The next pair I'm going to talk about are from a well-loved brand on the internet. It's sort of the social media version of Nike, I guess. Like everyone who does fitness stuff online loves this brand, and they are GYMSHARK. They have a lot of like influencers, I think, that they team up with, so I think that's why. And I bought these because I'd seen so many people wearing them and I'd watched reviews and people seemed to be really positive about them. But I'm not hugely fussed on them, to be honest. And the reasons are, so first up, they're a bit of a weird material for me. They feel kind of cottony, and they are really stretchy and they are really comfortable. But I don't know why, I just don't really like that cottony matte kind of look. I like them to be a bit more like the Nike ones, and I'm not sure why. I think that's just because that's what I've got used to. And these I feel like are a little bit hotter than the Nike ones. I feel like they're a bit warmer, which is a good thing, but also not a good thing. I really like the back. They have like this sort of V thing going on in the waistband, which makes your bum look nice. And on the sides, they have little pockets, which, to be honest, I probably would never use. I haven't used them ever since I've been wearing them. They have the logo on the side, and they have that like side panel thing again, like the Nike ones do, so the panel goes all the way down the side. And the main thing I don't like about these is that the seams are quite strong. And that sounds weird because you'd want your seams to be strong, especially in workout leggings. But if you wear something tight and the seams are quite strong, it creates bumps and lines. So when I wear these, I feel like my hips stick out and then my butt sticks out because of where the seams are and because they're so, the way it's sewn, I don't like it. And also my least favourite thing about these is the top of the waistband. It's got a really thin, this thickness of waistband, that's the waistband in there, and it goes all the way around, and that's good for keeping your trousers up, but it's not good for the look. It doesn't create that flat line across, which is what you get with the Nike ones, because that's just a flat seam, it doesn't have elastic at the top, but this one pulls in the top of your waist, which means that the bit below it sort of puffs out a little bit. I'm getting really pernickety here, but I like to feel comfortable, and if it doesn't create nice lines, I feel a bit meh about it. So yeah, these are well loved by many people, so you might like them, but I personally feel like they're not for me. They are high-waisted, which is why I got them, but they don't sit how I would want them to. And price-wise, these are about £36. So yeah, I mean, fair price, I don't know. Just feel a bit like meh, 2 out of 10. Ooh, that's harsh. Maybe not 2. Maybe like 5 out of 10. I didn't rate the first ones. I don't think I'm going to carry on rating. The next 2 pairs are ones that I've ordered and haven't worn, and I'm going to send them back. But I thought I would just talk about the cut and what they're like, because I feel like that's what you really miss out with online. If you shop online, they all look kind of the same, especially if they're black. And then when they arrive, they've got a weird waistband or weird fabric, or the sizing's wrong. So I thought I would just talk about that. The next pair are probably the closest to what I'm looking for, but the sizing's wrong. I will put them on and show you, but they are really teeny, like they're so small, and because the waist is so small on them, I just can't get them over my bum, and they're not that stretchy. But these are the Lorna Jane high-waisted tights, and as you can see, they are super high-waisted. Like this waistband is like this long, so that's what I'm looking for in leggings. That's what I really like. They have the logo on the back. They don't have that V at the back like I spoke about. The GYMSHARK ones have the V going that way up the waistband, but these don't have that V over the bum. These ones also have that side panel, and then it turns into like a calf. It's so hard to show you, but it turns into like a calf thing that goes across, diagonally across the back. It's just a seam, but it's a tiny bit of detail. What I didn't like about these is I don't really like the material that much. They're quite similar to the GYMSHARK ones. They're kind of somewhere between GYMSHARK and Nike in terms of fabric. They're less like that sports feeling and slightly more on the cotton side, but not so much as GYMSHARK. I feel like this is maybe a not very good description. But if you have GYMSHARK or Nike, you might be able to compare what the fabric's like. The other thing I don't like about these is they have a strong waistband. So they have elastic in the top, and it has 2. I feel like it's 2. So there's one, I can feel one elastic here and another one here. So there are 2 elastics in the top around the waist, and again that creates that kind of bulgy thing going on, and same again on the side with these seams. I feel like if these were in a bigger size it wouldn't be so bad, and also I think the fabric stretch wise feels really strong. It feels like it will hold you in, and I think these ones are slightly more flattering than the GYMSHARK ones, just the way they're made. I got a small in these, which is for my measurements what I'm supposed to wear, but clearly that's too small. So maybe size up if you look at the chart. Side note, after filming the chatty bit of this video, one thing I do want to point out about these is that this waistband is really low and it feels like your trousers are falling down. Obviously they're not because they're so high-waisted, but it just sits where it feels like your trousers are falling down. Not my favourite part about these at all. Don't like that. In fact, that would be a major reason to send them back. These are like around £65. They are so expensive, but I really want high-waisted leggings so much that I was willing to spend that much on them. Also, I wear them every day, so they are that kind of thing where I'm like, well, if I'm going to wear them every day and I really want them to be a particular way, then I might as well spend a little bit more. But yeah, disappointing. These will be going back. I feel like people would probably like these. They just didn't work for me. And the last pair I'm going to talk about are from ADIDAS, and these are their long, tight, high-rise pants tights things. These are so weird. They look kind of normal on the website, and I got them, and they just feel really bizarre. I can't even describe it. They feel rubbery. They feel like, I don't know if you can tell by the way they move. They just feel so weird. They're that kind of rubbery, slappy kind of fabric. Really don't know how to describe it. Again, these are too small for me, which is why they'll be going back. But these are probably the closest ones to me liking them. On the back, they have that similar shape going on to GYMSHARK, where it goes up in the middle. And they have a seam, not a waistband, but a seam around the inside. So that doesn't create that bulgy effect, and I feel like these would probably be quite flattering if they were in the right size. Let me know if you have these and you like them, because they're just weird. It's so hard to describe what kind of fabric they are. They're just odd. These are high-waisted as well. The waistband is that big, so would go high, which is nice. They have one seam down the side instead of two, like all the other ones do, and they have the little ADIDAS logo at the bottom. These are £45, so somewhere kind of in the middle, and I think that's kind of a fair price, but they're quite thin. They're just weird. I don't think that's very helpful, but they're just weird. They feel rubbery, they feel thin, they feel kind of like this. This is the way I can describe it. They're very wobbly. Wobbly leggings. Good. Probably wouldn't be wobbly if you wore them. I've also tried on, but don't have with me, the Nike Pro leggings in that gold sparkly colour. And I tried them on in a small. And again, that was the size that was recommended on the website. Too small, like, just doesn't work. And also the fabrics are quite, it's all, like, there's not a lot of structure going on in it. It's just the legging and then this big, thick, elastic waistband with Nike Pro written on it. Personally, not a fan of those. I think if you were completely rock hard muscle abs, like pros would be, I guess, then they would look great because they wouldn't like pull in bits. But yeah, for me, for someone with curvy bum and curvy legs, not great. Well, you'd probably want to size up in those as well. I've also tried the Nike high-waisted leggings, and they're quite close to what I'm looking for, but not quite. They're quite similar to the Lorna Jane ones in that they've got a really, really big waistband, and they don't have like a thing at the top, and they're not uncomfortable, weird. But the ones that I tried on were in a small size, and it was also the fabric I didn't like. If any of you have ever tried the Nike leggings that are made of like recycled fabrics, and they're that like thick, really thick material, they're quite like that, and they are really thick and feel like not very stretchy, like the Nike ones I showed you at the beginning. Let me know what your favourite leggings are, and I hope this kind of helped you a little bit when you're looking for workout leggings. If you have found your perfect pair of workout leggings, please let me know, because I'm still on the search and I don't know whether it will ever happen. Part of me just wants to make my own. Yeah, I think if I was going to bring out anything, I'd probably bring out workout clothes. I think that would be great. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would like to follow me on any of my social networks, my Snapchat and my Instagram and that kind of stuff are listed in the description below. I'm probably on Snapchat more than anything, so if you want to see what I'm doing in my normal life and see many an ugly face and lots of just silly selfies, usually ugly ones, and videos of what I'm doing with my life, then do follow me on there. I will follow you guys back, so if you post stories, occasionally I have a sneaky peek at what you guys are up to, and you can message me on there as well if you really want to. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you all had a lovely day. I feel like I've rambled a lot, so I'm going to go. Love you guys. Bye.